Hello everyone, this is Johannes.
And this is Sunna.
And you are watching Board Gaming Ramblings.
And welcome back to Keep or Cull, where we play our whole collection of 600 plus games and decide whether to keep or cull them.
And all the games that are culled, they are given away to viewers. So
Yay.
if you are any games culled in this episode, you can go to the form that is in the description and let us know if there's anyone you are interested in. Just so you know, like, people have asked me, so I'm just going to do like a super quick FAQ.
Yay.
And we are giving away games like 2 weeks apart. So if you see something like 5 weeks ago that you want, those are already given away.
Yes.
So only the games that are for this week basically is what you're going to put in now, because the 2 last weeks are giving away when you see this.
Yes.
So this week, there's only going to be one winner, because there was only 2 small games that we called 2 weeks ago, and that winner is going to be Antoine. You are getting then Roll West and Imhotep the Duel, because those are those small games, so to ship one of them for the price it costs to ship from Norway, that wouldn't make any sense for anybody.
That makes sense, yeah.
So, quickly, let's do the stats, because people like the stats.
We like the stats.
We do, absolutely, but people like them as well. Like, I can have fun looking at them on BG's stats, but it doesn't mean that everybody else want to know them.
Yeah, I don't know the stats. I need to know the stats.
This week we played 8 hours.
Yeah.
But we also played 8 hours of review games.
Yeah, we did.
So that is why we play basically
16 hours in total?
Yes.
Yeah.
So 8 of those hours were 6 of those were for an escape game, and then 2 of them for other review games. So we played 8 hours in this challenge. So we are, like you see, 16 hours of games are a pretty decent amount. But we had to play some review games, so only 8 for Keep or Cull.
Yeah, because I felt like this game this week we played a lot of games. Yeah.
And we did 16 hours, which is pretty nice. Last week we played 7 hours in Keep or Cull, and the week before that 14 hours. So still a bit less, but coming forward now we will also need to do, because we have a pile of like 10 review games that we need to also get out doing these random reviews, which I think is the best way of doing them now, because they're not the biggest titles. So I think these rambling reviews, having more reviews in one video, makes all of them viewed more basically, and makes more exposure for all of the games, which I think is nice. That's not what we're here to talk about. We're here to talk about Keep or Cull. And what you're asking and what you want to know, which is why what I'm postponing, is how much did Sunniva win?
I think I've won a lot this week. You actually beat me last week. I think order is restored.
Order is restored. This is how it is supposed to be. You won 6 times. I won 4 times.
Yeah.
So let's get into the games. Are you ready?
I am.
I have the first game over here, just randomly. This is the first game. Field of Green. Before we do the 1, 2, 3, boom, this must be the game we have had for the longest time. This was the game, again, we bought on Kickstarter when it was out. I think that was
without
like in
playing it. Yes.
2016.
Yeah.
So 2016.
This has been on our shelf of shame
for 5 years.
Yeah, that is a long time.
And we played like half a game and something happened and we didn't play it, and now we have played it.
Yes.
Are you ready?
Yes.
1, 2, 3, boom.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's a good game. I had a lot of fun. I think it was good. But one thing we have already talked about earlier is that the newer the game, like if it's not amazing, the easier it is to get rid of.
Yes.
Because we don't really have any ties bonded. Like, that's my reason. I don't have any emotional ties with this game. It was fun to finally play it. I don't enjoy getting rid of games that we have not played. I've only done that actually once. There's only been one game we ever done that with. Because if I first have gotten the game, either from Kickstarter or bought it, I would like to just play it at least once. And I say, oh, that was that. And it's okay to just have experienced that, because I like to experience all of those different games.
Yeah, I agree. I thought it was a neat game. I had fun when we played it, as you said. But yeah, I will not miss it. I haven't missed it in 5 years. No, well, now I know what I'm missing, at least.
It's a good game. So I think people who get this will have fun.
Yes. Another game from our Shelf of Shame. This is the first time we played Alexandria.
And actually, like that's actually the theme of this week. All of these are games we had on our Shelf for Opportunity, basically, which is what I call games which are on the Shelf of Shame, never played, and the Shelf of played once. Yes. So these are and wanted to play again. So these are all these games, because we played Field of Green and then we played Alexandria, and I was just let's just only play games from that shelf this week, which is a pretty fun. This is another one which we got like 2 years ago or something, and it has been sitting on the shelf because I heard not so great things about it when it came out, and we just ended up not playing it.
Yeah.
So let's see. 1, 2, 3, boom.
Yeah, it's not a good game.
It's horrible.
Well, I think like the theme that they've tried to do, like rescuing things from the fire of Alexandria, that is cool, but the mechanism doesn't align at all. I felt like it was just like, I didn't care what I was doing, and this is a stupid mechanism. When I spend time, and that is cool, I spend time to do my actions. I can, if you are beside me, I can use your time to do my actions. What is that?
It is horrible. That's what it is.
And then you have these final scoring cards from you and from me, and we like decide whether like which one we want to score, and only one of them gets scored. And I was just like, what?
It's really weird. And also this beautiful cover from Winston to Trade. None of the art in the game is from Winston to Trade.
No.
Only the cover.
Yeah.
So the rest of it is not very good.
Well,
it's not a good game.
Well, I will not miss it.
At all. Like it was horrible. I did not have fun at all.
No.
Next up, we then played a big game, Project Elite. We played the original of this at a con once, and I bought this last year, and we didn't have time to play it before now.
Yes.
So 1, 2, 3, boom.
Yay.
It's a great game, and I think like this is something I've been talking about earlier as well. It's so unique. I don't have anything that feels like this. It took an hour, was a lot of fun. I would like to play it again. There's a lot of stuff to set up to play this little short game, but it is a fun game. I'm happy that Simon took it and made a new version of it, basically, because this was not good published the first time.
Yeah, this is a co-op game where you're fighting aliens, and you're doing most of the like your actions. You're doing it in real time, so you can like imagine Zombicide real time, and you're kinda in the ballpark. This is very fun. If I would own any of those kinds of games, I would prefer this one because it solves a lot of problems for me. Zombicide can take a very long time, and also it has like this a little alpha player-ish thing when one player can be a little bossy.
It's gonna happen in all co-op games basically.
Yes, but not in this. It's very hard to be the alpha player here because you have to your own stuff and you have to roll your own dice.
And at 2 minutes, so very good game. Really enjoyed Project Elite. Next up, we have a game we have heard so much good stuff about, like got a lot of hype last year.
Yes.
The King is Dead, second edition.
Dead. Yes.
I said your game, I'm sorry, that was you.
No,
okay, you want to do it? You want to do it?
Next up, we have The King is Dead.
Oh.
It's a game that we have heard a lot of good stuff about, yes.
So thank you, you're reading right from the script.
Yeah,
that's great. Okay, so you ready? 1, 2, 3, boom!
I am very curious about this game actually, and we haven't only played it once now. I would really like to play it more because when we started off this game, everyone's just like, what is smart? Because everyone is starting with kind of the same, like the same base of things to do and things you want to do, and well, what?
I don't know how you're explaining the game now.
You have
things you have and you want to do.
It's like chess, you know, when you don't. Everything is equally good when no one has done something yet.
Okay.
People will disagree with me. I hear it already.
So in this game, you have 8 cards, and those 8 cards are an action. On your turn, you can either pause or you can do one of your actions, and you only have 8 actions throughout the whole game.
Yeah. I didn't try to say that. I was just like explaining my feeling when I play this game. Because, 8 actions, that is like, and you can do them all like the first round if you want to.
And you're gonna lose.
Not saying that is smart at all.
It is, that's horrible, and you obviously lose.
Yes, but you can.
I didn't know anything about this game. I just got it because somebody sold it cheap and I heard good things about it, which is something I do. Even though somebody sells a game cheap, and I was like, I've been want to try that one time, and I get it. But this, I read the rules, I was like, what? How? This makes no sense. And it's a weird one. It's one that I got like, it's very tactical, very different, and I like it.
You feel like it's basically a majority game where you don't have your own pieces, so you're just like trying to jump on the majority that is already major and and build off of that and trying to be the best and like reacting to other people's stuff. Well, you have like, I really want to play it more because you get like different cards than the others. Yeah. We all played with the same cards now.
The basic game, yeah.
So
I think I can do that a couple more times because I have no idea what's going on.
Keeping it.
So that is The King is Dead, second edition. Next up, we have a very small game. This came home with me in I think Essenspiel 2018. And this is a small game made by Simone Luciani. You probably didn't even know this game was by Simone Luciani, and you probably have never heard about this game. And this is a game called Jungle Race.
Yes.
So you ready?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, boom. It was a game. It has some nice elements. You're like racing, and you're trying to. The cards you have in your hand is basically what you're gonna score. So you try to play them. But if you basically want to be first in line, but if you are first in line and somebody can play that animal and but it be at the back of the line, and it had some interesting things, but I would never choose to play it again, ever, never.
Yeah, I think I would like this as a kid, you know, because you're trying to see when it's smart to play that animal's card to make it go further, and when it's smarter to wait and hold back a little. But it were very simple, and I don't need it in my collection.
No, and it's small and strange, and that's the game. Next up, we have something that's not small and strange. This is the biggest roll right ever. Sorry, I said your game again.
Yeah, I'm doing it
Let's
now.
do it now.
Era Medieval Age. Let's go.
1, 2, 3, boom.
Yeah, we're disagreeing on this one.
No, I'm not surprised.
Yeah, we
Not like
this.
not the episode with huge emotions. This one. This is just like okay.
This is a game we played before. Actually, we played it once, and the first time I played it, I was just like, "This, what is?" I didn't really.
What is this?
It didn't really click with me, and now I liked it better.
Yeah.
You're building basically a city. You're rolling dice to get resources, and you're building your city, and you're trying to build strategically, like to not get bad things happening to your city, and also to get points. So. And more resources and stuff. I really like the components in this game.
Oh, yeah.
The board where you're like Lego style, lock your buildings in. That is clever. But all of the other things, I think I have other city building games that kind of tick the right boxes for me. I don't need another one of those in my collection. Is basically what.
Oh yeah, I really like this. This is basically a roll-and-write game, and for me, I think it might be one of the better ones. Like it has, of course, the cool components and stuff. It has different strategies you can go for. You can go for lots of dice, which I did, which then might be good or might be bad. To balance that, you can go for building a big wall and just doubling all of your points, which won you the game. And I think there's a lot of things to do here, and I think there might be an expansion if I don't remember wrong. And this one, I think I want to keep this for now because I enjoyed it and I would like to play it again. I liked it so much better the second time I played it than the first one.
Okay, you want to keep it?
Yes, I do. Next up, then we have Cartago.
Yes.
Another one that's been on Shelf for Shame for a long time. You ready?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, boom. Fine game. It was fun. Nothing really stood out. It's basically you get some resources, you trade them for getting some bolts. There's basically not many ways to score in the game. It's basically you score for some achievements and you score for the amount of circles you have on one thing. One thing I'm using on one board. Not thingy. One board, and then you have multiplying that by ships you have. And that's basically how you score points. And there's, of course, different ways to that goal, but there was nothing here that stood out, nothing that made me think, oh, I want to explore this or even play it again. It was a fun experience, but I don't need to play it anymore.
Yeah, that is my first impression of the game as well, so I agree.
You agree, okay. Next up,
we have Loot Island.
You ready?
Yes.
1, 2, 3, boom.
This is also a fine game. This is actually a What's Your Game game.
Yeah.
Which is the reason why you bought it in the first place.
Yeah.
This is like on the simpler scale of those games.
Yeah.
You're basically pirates boating around an island, playing cards of the same color in a row of numbers, and trying to dig treasure. And I like the fact that you can use your cards for different kinds of things.
Yeah.
You can use them to do some like special actions as well, which I really enjoyed. And there's events that can change up what happens in the game. But overall, this wasn't like a very interesting game for me to play. So, someone else can enjoy it.
Yeah, we played 3 players. I think that maybe 5 players would be better because a lot more stuff going on. But I think it's going to be more fun for somebody else than us. It was a fine experience.
Yes.
Next up, then we have next to last one, Board Game Cafe Frenzy. This is one I bought in Essen 2019.
Yes.
So you ready?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, boom. fine game. I liked it quite a bit. I had a lot of fun, but it is just another game. And as we already said in this video, like it's so much easier. Like a game this good might have been kept if I already had it for some years and played it for a couple of times. But now I was like, oh, I played it. That was fun. Okay.
I think it had, I like the theme, first of all, really nice
fun.
theme, but also I really like the trick-taking mechanism in this game, because you want to, it's like a trick-taking and then you get what's in the trick, so it's kind of a like, you split, I choose, no, it's not that. I'm not very sure about what I'm trying to explain.
But it is kind of like a trick-taking mechanism.
It's a different take on the trick-taking mechanisms, and I like that.
And it has kind of like a two-part, so you play one part where you basically draw off the hand of cards, and you get some bonus, or you have to pay coins, which is points, if you take the best cards. And it has like a king domino
Drawing style.
turn order, where if you take like the best thing, you will last next draft. And then you do like the trick-taking when if you play the highest one, and you always have to play a different color. So that's interesting, a lot of interesting things here, but I'm not gonna miss it in the collection.
Agreed.
So only one more game.
Last but not least, this is Cupcake Empire.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, boom.
Yeah, this is one of the other games that are fine, but I will not miss.
Yeah.
I really liked how you're kind of building your engine and you're rolling dice to activate a number, and that makes you like do an action, and you can add some more in like special actions to that action, and you can also get more dice to have more things to do. I liked how you're trying to not only sell your cupcakes, but also trying to like kind of balance two tracks to get the most points, and also
like Suburbia.
Yeah, and also get some scoring throughout the game. The game went like way faster than I thought, and that is a positive thing for me, but I'm not gonna miss it though.
Yeah, I thought that was one of the weakest part of the game, because you don't really get your engine going.
Oh yeah, that is true.
And the first time you're gonna be like, oh, it's done already.
Oh yeah.
But it had like it has some things I really like building up your own way of doing actions, building up your own like super duper action, or balancing it out and doing all of these different things, which I really enjoy. And I like that kind of how to balance the tracks like in Suburbia. You can't only have the best cupcakes, you have to sell them as well.
Yes.
So a fine game, but we are gonna cull it.
Yes.
So more cull game this week, actually up to 7
and
cull
8.
games.
If it was up to me, I would cull Era as well. So yeah.
But you're fine with this, like 7 games out. That's pretty good.
Oh yeah, I would like it to be 8, but I'll take what I can get. Yes.
You're trying to like shame me into getting rid of Era.
Yeah. I'm just going to sneak it like onto the pile when you're sleeping.
And in like 2 years, I would be like, oh, where is that game?
Where is that game?
No, we don't have that big of a collection, that big of a house. It's not like, oh, I'm gonna go to that room. I haven't been there in 2 years.
No.
Oh, where is that game?
But it's not unlikely that we will not play Era again for
That is
like
true.
3 years.
And maybe we will then get rid of it in 1 year or 2 years.
Yeah,
But right now,
No
I
hassle.
feel like I feel like the want to play it is higher than the want to not play it, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So, what do you think is the reason? Like, I've been talking about like my reasons, but what is your reasons why it's so much easier to cull the games that you haven't played before or only played once?
Yeah, that is very interesting. I think like some of the games that we have culled is games that I wouldn't have culled if it was like in the beginning of my board game career. Well, I think though that I have explored more now, and I have things to like what do you call it? Compare with, yes. But am I keeping the best version of that comparingness? Words in English. I don't know, but it's a little emotional bond. Yeah, like Lost Cities, you kept that one.
Yeah.
But as we talked about, I wanted to keep what do you call it? The Scottish game.
The Scottish game
with the borders, Shattered.
Oh, Shattered.
Yes, because we got that later, but it's a better game.
Did we keep it?
Yeah, we did.
Oh, good,
you changed
because
your
I'm
mind.
happy about that now.
Yes.
I feel also that these games really never got into the collection.
Yes.
If you know what I mean. Like for us, like the two Calaxes we have, we kind of not keeper call, but unplayed or played ones. Those we call them not in the collection yet. They haven't really taken a move to be a part of the collection.
Yeah, they're still in the void.
They are of course games that we own, but they aren't games that we have chosen to keep yet. And that's the reason why I feel it's easier. Like the game have to really impress me. Like a game I got 3 years ago, it's already been there for 3 years, so then it's harder. So it's that emotional, as you were saying.
Oh yeah.
So 10 weeks down.
Yeah, it's going fast.
It is.
I felt like we were starting this like yesterday. And I think we've played a lot of great games.
We have, and some not great games.
Yeah.
But the thing is, like, so if we are going on this rate now, like 10 games a week, we're gonna be doing this until I think March of next year.
Yeah.
So hopefully we'll get to some more weeks, but like we played 16 hours a game this week, and it's hard to play more than that because we have other things we wanted to do as well, like have a job.
Yeah.
So if this was our job, this would be super simple because we could just play games all day and play 3-4 games every day. So even though we're like 25%, there's some very long, the longer, more complex games we haven't really started on those yet. So we will see how it goes, but it's still fun, and I think it's more important that we keep it fun than that we actually reach the goal.
Oh yeah, for sure, because the other way around we will be very sick of board games maybe.
And we will shut down the channel, which will not be fun.
Yeah, that will be worse.
Yes,
worse
it will.
In the long run, so we have to think about that too.
So we hope hope it makes sense for you as well, if you'd rather watch this until the middle of next year or until like March next year. So maybe we'll use like a year, maybe a bit more than a year. But hopefully that will be worth it and will be fun. Let us know if you have any suggestions about anything. I don't know what I was talking about there. If you have suggestions, let us know in the suggestion box, which is the comments.
Yes,
and if you are still here and you have not subscribed, please do so now. It's free and it's fun and it makes us happy like this. And if you press the bell button, you get notifications every time we put out a new video. If you have any money to spare and you want to give them to someone in Norway, we know a couple of people that are on Patreon. It's us. You can go to patreon.com/boardgamingramblings and you can support us there if you can and have the money and want to. Of course, we don't really, it's not like it's not our job, but it helps us to make this going. It helps us get new equipment, and we're gonna buy a new Mac soon to do editing on. That is all from Patreon, so that is very helpful.
Yeah, so thank you to all our Patreons. You really make a difference. So
it makes this happen. It makes these cameras happen. It makes the lighting happen. It makes everything happen.
But the most important thing is that you watch our videos, have fun, and just
comment, like, subscribe, share,
interact with us.
All the things that
because
people
we
tell
like
you to
you
do.
guys.
Yes.
Yeah.
We like board games and you people. And
what more do you need?
That's the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Johannes.
I'm Cinema.
And you've been watching Board Gaming Ramblings, and bye bye.